Beats Planet.
Okay, cool. We here. I don't know if y'all can hear me through my mic or through the computer. Let me check and see. Hold on. So let's test it and go. Okay, y'all absolutely hearing me through my mic. All right, cool. What's happening, y'all? I'm on vacation. Hey, boy, oh boy. It's been a nice one. So I saw somebody in the chat box. They asked me earlier. They say, Voch, where do you go on vacation when you're on vacation? I go to Mississippi. I go to regular ass Mississippi. I go to the hometown and I chill with my people. I actually turned 27 today. Um, my birthday is today, so I wanted to come home and chill with my peeps. And I thought I was going on vacation, but I simply care about this business that we call NFL draft so much, and this business that I call my YouTube familiar, as I set up. I take this shit so seriously that, in the middle of my birthday celebration, chilling at mom's house, get a live stream going. Let's see if I can hold on. Let's see. Let's see if we can do this. Hold on. Boom. 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 Let's see. What's up, y'all? Okay, this goofy looking camera ain't doing too bad. Let me layer it. And then we'll get to some of y'all's Q&A. I know y'all want to ask about some of the combine performances, and boy, DK Metcalf is whew, what a guy. But I do have thoughts about it. So we'll get into that. Here we go. We'll get into all that jazz. Let's go ahead and run it. I saw Uncle David Alexander drop 50 in the super chat. I hear you loud and clear. Salute, sir. I'm kind of lagging a little bit. So yeah, pardon me, y'all. This ain't my home setup. This ain't the actual studio, but we'll get it done. We'll just put Voch back up there and we'll run it for the cardio. So and thank you all for the birthday wishes. I'm an old man now. I'm almost 30. So I'm kind of just looking at the combine now, and I take combine with a relative grain of salt, man. I kind of use the combine to just confirm what I've been thinking. You know what I mean? Like I'm film over everything guy. At the end of the day, I love film over everything. It tells you everything you need to know. So combine kind of just reaffirms what you've been thinking. Right. So when we look at these combine performances or whatever, they pretty much confirm what we saw on film. Right. So let's get into and pardon me, y'all, because I'm winging this. I ain't got a real clear direction here. I'm just gonna give my thoughts, if you will. Right. So we look at the wide receiver today. Right. We all knew that certain guys were gonna run faster than others. Right. We knew Paris Campbell was gonna fly. Mecole Hardman. Well, Paris Campbell from Ohio State, Mecole Hardman from Georgia, DK Metcalf, Ole Miss, Andy Isabella, UMass. We knew all those guys were going to come out here and fly. But the exact confirmation is what we needed. So, man, Paris Campbell came out here and had a crazy little day, man. Got one of these Ohio State fans, whatever fan of whatever team he was, he was kind of hitting me with the, Paris Campbell is wide receiver number one. I try to calm people down, man. I want people to have a to have a little bit of clarity when we watch film on these guys, man. Yes, Paris Campbell came in and out athleted every damn body, but there's still some questions about his hands and him being a route runner and things like that. So sure, the combine doesn't simply mean you're gonna be wide receiver number one. I'm seeing some people putting DK Metcalf as a top 10 lock now. Like people love to use that word lock. Oh, DK Metcalf is a top 10 lock, and me and my man's Deuce Wyndham was just kind of talking about it. And I don't necessarily think Kingsley Kiki is running through these damn bags. Um, I don't necessarily think that I don't think that we should be using. Oh, look at Dalen Mack, big. Look at Dalen Mack. I'm scared. Go to the guy. Boy, I know Dalen. Look at Dalen Mack. Boy, that's a big old boy. Boy, Dalen Mack look like the dude that sing the chorus on Gangsta Paradise. God damn. Anyway, um, what the hell was Voch saying, y'all? I apologize. So yes, the whole first round lock thing, right? When I look at DK Metcalf. If you watch my film, the actual video, the film session on it, I bet Kalen Saunders is gonna move well. The actual film session that I put out on DK Metcalf, like the one play in Alabama that he had, because he really only had one big play in Alabama. The one play that he had, it pretty much sums up how you feel about his skill set, right? Like we know he got like straight line speed. He's not the most nuanced route runner, but in the routes that he can run, he runs them with a little bit of creativity. Not a very like Mike White used to, not Mike White, Mike Williams from Clemson. Remember how he used to run his 9 routes, just kind of swing his head to the inside and run outside. DK Metcalf actually give you a step, some hands, and then get back around, right? But that don't mean he does it on every route. So, but we know that DK Metcalf had catch radius. We knew he was a physical receiver. We knew he was going to run past a lot of people, and that makes sense. Now he's built like a damn action figure. He's built like a goddamn action figure, and the vertical was good, like all that was good. But the biggest concerns that we had about DK Metcalf was his route running, how smooth he was going to be as a route runner, and his actual hand catching ability. Look at my son Quentin Williams, the best player in this damn draft. Um, his actual catching ability, you know what I mean? So catching and route running, right? So we know he's kind of up and down with his hands. He had a solid gauntlet drill or whatnot. He had solid field drills catching the ball. That was cool. But when you actually put a DB on the other side of him, and passes start flying, and there's actually other things to think about, and the possibility you could be hit. DK Metcalf, a lot of balls will bounce off his hands, and he'll look down on them and clap, right? And speaking on his route running, right? He has a little bit of nuance, but what we were mostly concerned about with his route running was how he gets out of his breaks, right? Like how does he turn? Like we know he can run in a straight line really fast. See big play versus Alabama. Which one, Voch? The only damn one, right? We know he has straight line ability, but when you run these other routes, you're gonna have to turn. And his 3-cone drill and shuttle were trash, right? I think they were in the lower percentile or whatever. You know what I mean? So when we look at DK Metcalf, we have to take all that with a grain of salt. Now I know there's somebody out here that's gonna say, "Oh, Voch is hating on DK Metcalf. You saying DK Metcalf is trash?" I'm not saying DK Metcalf is trash. I'm simply saying that we should take all this with a grain of salt and think about the big picture. And the big picture with DK Metcalf is, what is his first year load going to be? How we're gonna look at his development? How are we gonna handle it, approach it, attack it, developing as a wide receiver? And his scheme fit. What are we gonna ask him to do? If he's gonna be in a Dez Bryant type role, oh, let's get it. If he's in a Dez Bryant type role, we can get him some jump balls in the end zone. We can get some go routes on him. where he can be physical with a lot of these in cutting routes, these crossing patterns. Man, if that's what we're asking of him year one, then let's fly DK Metcalf. If you're asking him to do a lot of because he is fast, he is a fast runner, and if we see that 4-3-3 and we go, okay, DK Metcalf, I want you to run like a corner post, you know what I mean, or one of these exotic routes. I want to see you run the disco, the in and out, or the pivot route, whatever you want to call it. I want to see you run these routes where you actually have to change direction on a dime, and that's when we're going to have these real conversations about DK Metcalf. It's going to be interesting when we do. Um, but good player though, good player. I just think we have to be very conscious of scheme fit. Also with Paris Campbell, came in here and out athleted everybody, right? Maybe except DK Metcalf, but um, can you just line up Paris Campbell as an X receiver day one? Nah, absolutely not. You bet not. You bet the hell not. Paris Campbell he's Ohio State's Percy Harvin, and you look at that Urban Meyer scheme or whatnot. I've seen some people say Cordero Patterson. I think he's a lot more athletic than Cordero. I think he can give you some things out of the backfield, kick return, punt return. I think he's going to be a slot receiver. A lot of he either going to run like an in cutting route, like something quick, like a hitch and slant or whatever, right? Some of these quick passes, bubble screens, things like that, tunnel screens, or he gonna run down the field and run past you, right? He doesn't have a lot of nuance as a route runner neither. So this ain't me shitting on DK Metcalf or Paris Campbell, because I would love to have Paris Campbell on my team. Right, I would love to have that guy on the Cowboys. There's a lot of stuff we could do with him. That's not me hating on him. I'm just trying to temper people's expectations. I mean, I just want to keep y'all in the right frame of mind. And part of my, part of the reason why I'm here is to, talk people off the ledge. You know what I mean? Talk people off the ledges. I've gotten really good at it. And but I'll tell you what though, if DK Metcalf does end up being like a top 10 guy, salute to him, get his money. But boy, I just want y'all to know what y'all getting into when y'all ask for that. Hold on, Dad is calling me. Let's see what Dad's talking about. Let me mute y'all first. I'll be back. Hold on. Okay, cool. We're back. The bra straps, we lit. So what was I saying? I was saying from temporary expectations, right? I talk people off the bridge, off the ledge, all the time. So I was very much impressed with the athleticism of DK and Paris Campbell, and don't let my comments keep you from liking them or whatever, because you can be a great player with bad change of direction. You know what I'm saying? You, you you can actually be one of those guys. It's just that for every outlier there's a common example of it. You know what I mean? But anyway, we'll cross that road. What else I was talking about? Noah Fant came out there and ran past everybody. He had a cool little day. He ran a 4.5, which was solid. I was saying something like that. I was thinking 4.49, but hey, man, close enough. I'll take that every day of the week. We know what Noah Fant is. We know what he can do. Size, speed, athlete player. But hey man, if y'all was watching the combine, in the chat box, let me know how many of y'all, when they was doing the damn block and bag drills, how many of y'all expected TJ Hockenson to block that dude all the way to the damn 50-yard line logo? I knew it was gonna happen. I saw it. I was driving really. I saw it. It was my phone was posted up on my little dashboard or whatever. I looked over there, man. I saw TJ was about to do the back drill. I said, man, boy, TJ about to whoop the shit out of this dude. Boy, TJ about to destroy this cat. And sure enough, TJ past everybody else. So salute to TJ Hockenson, man. It's a damn shame, man. It's a damn shame. I'm a Cowboys fan and I'm a fan of winning football games. I think that's what we're all here for. But boy does it suck. The only time winning football games is trash is during draft season. When I get to see all my favorite ass players go elsewhere. You know what I mean? That's pretty trash there. Um the tight ends, I mean, I saw what I thought I was gonna see. Rashawn Gary moved well. He weighed in at 270, 270 or whatever, 270 something he weighed in. Combine Nerds chat box helped me out. This is my thing. I really want Rashawn. If he was on my team, if Rashawn Gary was on my team, and we'll be playing an even front, a 4-3 front, Rashawn Gary would be a 3 tech in my scheme, and he would be, getting his ass upfield and B gap. You know what I mean? Like if it was my team, that's what I would do. Um, but I think they're coaching him and training him as an edge player. And, I mean, can he play edge? Sure, he can play edge. He can also play tight end. I just think he'll be gangster at B gap. So when I saw Rashawn Gary weigh in at 270 something, 277. Thank you, chatbox. When they told me he was 277, I was like, man, Rashawn can be like 280 something, beating the hell out of people and still being that fast. That's the thing about it. Like Rashawn Gary playing weight, he's probably in the best shape of his life right now. But man, when Rashawn Gary was 280, he was still moving just like you saw, like as fluid as you saw. Rashawn Gary was moving. I was like, God damn, Carl Lewis. Mm, mm, mm. I want that dude to play tackle so bad, but whatever. It is what it is. There. It's also interesting, man. I'm all over the place, but whatever. But we really looking at Josh Allen like a linebacker, right? Because I don't look at outside linebackers as linebackers. I look at 3-4 outside linebackers. I look at them as edge players, like defensive ends. You're just either standing up or your hands in the dirt. Damn, they talking about Josh Allen as like a linebacker backer. Like if it don't work, put him at Mike. I'm like, motherfucker, if it don't work, put him at end. You know what I mean? Like let this dude pass rush, but he can cover Voch. So let him pass rush. Teams think too much, man. Teams think too much. And that's what I don't want to happen to Rashawn Gary. Like Solomon Thomas was the prime example of thinking too much. And I hate patting myself on the back. But Voch was like, man, Solomon Thomas is a 3 tech. Don't try to put 5 tech on Solomon Thomas. Let that man play B gap. Solomon Thomas played defensive end for a smooth month. How many 49ers fans up in here? How many 49ers fans on this damn chat box? And Solomon Thomas was a defensive end for a smooth 6 weeks. They put that boy right back. Quentin Williams looks 16 in the face. Get off the camera, Quentin. Damn, what I say? Christian Wilkins got too much personality. I was saying something. What was I talking about? Whatever, man. But teams think too much. Right. Teams think too damn much. And now before you know it, Solomon Thomas plays nothing but B gap. Ain't that a bitch? Nothing but it. But anyway, I ain't tripping. Imagine if Malik McDowell didn't drive the ATV. Hey, we talking about Malik McDowell, but whatever. I guess I'll answer some of y'all's questions now, man. I'll get into some of y'all's questions. I saw Devin White ran his 40 really well. He broke the linebacker 40 record, but come on, fam, he was a running back. Come on, my guy, he was a running back. That ain't fair. That ain't fair. That's like if DK Metcalf says I'm playing defensive end today. No, he's the fastest defensive end ever. Get out of here. Voch, are you taking? No, I am not in my setup, Nick Gashler. I'm barely talking to y'all on this damn thing here. I'm not in the crib. I'm in Mississippi, so nah. One more thing. Save y'all questions, please. I promise I want to ask all of them. I'm gonna do a long ass QnA. I just want to get one more thought out about Do we talk about Montez Sweat? Yeah, okay, cool. Montez Sweat, sure. Um, people kind of losing their mind about him too. Hold on, let me look at this replay by Quentin Williams. Hold on. Quentin ran a damn 4.8 today. 4.9. What did he run? 4.8, 4.9? Something like that. Crazy. Um, his big ass. What was I saying? Montez Sweat. So we knew Montez Sweat was athletic. Like we knew he can move. Voch knew he can move forward. And it's a good thing about this damn process because you can always go back and watch film sessions, right? I knew Montez Sweat was a gangster moving forward. Even if you watch my film session, I would touch on his change of direction, right? He looks a little stiff. And sure it could be him being stiff, but you know, if you stiff and you 6'6", you know what I mean? Like those long ass legs are definitely gonna make it harder for you to turn. You know what I'm saying, with those long ass legs. So I went into the combine thinking, okay, Montez is probably going to do some super athletic stuff, but I want to know what his three cone and shuttle is going to be like. Man, three cone and shuttle really let you know what you need to know about a lot of these guys, man. Boy, you can beat Elijah Holyfield in a foot race all you damn want. You know what I'm saying? Boy. Oh, I got to talk about offensive lineman too. Oh shit, I forgot to talk about offensive line. You can beat Elijah Holyfield in a foot race all you want, but it's nothing if you can't change direction. You know what I mean? So when I walked into the combine, I was thinking, okay, cool. Montez Sweat is fantastic, you know, going forward in his athleticism. If you know when he's on the line of scrimmage and he's running past people, like if he's out athleting like a tackle just running past him, he's cool, right? I want to know what actually happens when Montez Sweat gets caught and he has to bend and he has to use his hands and he has to get guys off of him, right? Montez got a fantastic skill set with his length and his hands and, you know, being able to get guys off of him and his speed moving forward. But if he has to get someone's hands off of him, if he has to be quicker than somebody, if he has to change direction, that's what we're thinking about with Montez Sweat here. You know what I mean? So, well, but hey, but Montez is still a good player, and he's gonna take coaching. It's gonna take a lot of coaching from Montez. So, am I gonna overreact to him? Nah, not gonna overreact to him. Montez definitely needs practice. I'm gonna gloat about my offensive lineman, and then I'm gonna hit this offensive line up. Um, and people fussing in my chat box. But my wife is taking care of it. Everybody, please, look, if you're in the chat box right now, my wife Nene is an admin here, right? And she just keeps she keeps this thing clean. Would y'all just drop a clap emoji? Just a hand clap. You can go asterisk, clap, asterisk if you want to, right? I just want y'all to show Nene some appreciation. I mean, just clap it up for her, man. Just clap it up. She's keeping this damn chat box clean. I know a lot of chat boxes have problems with trolls and things like that, man. We don't have troll problems in my chat box, man. Just clap it up for Nene, please. Anyway, let me gloat about my offensive lineman, man. Boy, oh boy. Oh boy, my offensive. I was so proud of my offensive linemen, especially the guys I liked, man. I was just so satisfied, man. Just seeing old linemen win. You know, just seeing us win. Jonah Williams moved very fantastically, man. Jawan Taylor moved very well. Andre Dillard made so much money moving very well. My son Chris Lindstrom had a fantastic combine. My man Greg said no, you clap. There you go. Boy, did my offensive lineman move well, man. So we knew Bradbury was gonna move well. He came in and he did that. But man, Chris Lindstrom came out there foot racing these hoes, boy. I'm saying, God damn, Chris Lindstrom foot racing these hoes. Goddamn, I got damn son out here. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, let's go. Let's go. Chris Lindstrom. And look, I was reacting in that way because I know that like if you watch the film on Chris Lindstrom, he doesn't look like a fantastic moving guy. He doesn't have what was my hashtag for these other guys? Exquisite feet or movement. Exquisite feet, right? Chris ain't got exquisite feet or top tier moving like that, or at least his film didn't show that, right? But Famo, like when we saw him run, we got to see Chris moving around. I say, man, my son Chris making money, and I low key quasi kind of sort of got pissed off because I know that means people get to see him now. Like I love my favorite players making money. However, I get pissed off when my favorite players make money because that means that's one less opportunity that we have of my team actually getting them, of my team actually sealing the deal and drafting the guy, right. Chris Lynchman was actually one of the guards I was looking at if we move Connor Williams to tackle, we being the Cowboys, if the Cowboys move Connor Williams to tackle, I was actually looking at Chris Lynchman being one of my guys there. But I mean, I was so impressed with my son Chris Lynchman. Man, came out, ran well, moved well. Couldn't be happier with him. Bradbury deal he was supposed to do. Man, the rest of my guys, the tackles move pretty damn well. Cody Ford, big ass. You kind of take for granted, quasi kind of sort of almost. You kind of take for granted. When you think about guys and how big they are, then you compare that to how they move, right? Like we expect a lot of these smaller offensive linemen to move a certain way, right? But then you see Cody Ford run out on the field, you go, holy shit, he's a mammoth. Like, holy shit, Cody Ford ate the damn Mario mushroom. You know what I'm saying? Like he huge, you know what I mean? But damn, Cody Ford went out there and he had. I'm not gonna say his feet are just as good because I know sometimes I confuse people with that. When I talk about how good Cody Ford's feet are, I always talk about it comparatively with people his size, right? Think about Yadni Kajust. He's somebody that's right around Cody Ford's size, but Yadni had problems, had some problems moving, not really problems, but just certain movements, like changing direction, turning. Like Yadni didn't have much control with his movement. He was buckling and galloping out there, and it was some solid movement, yes. Um, but he didn't have much control. So to see somebody like Cody Ford being that damn big, having control and moving well, that's why he's my offensive lineman number one, because he has that length, he has that size. When you watch the film, the nastiness checks out. Plus, he can move as a freaking mammoth or whatever. You know what I mean? So I was excited, man. I was excited to see my offensive lineman come in and bust a lot of ass. The linebackers were trash. Devin, the Devins ran well. People were watching Mark or whatever, Mac or whatever, whatever. But I don't know if he was. I didn't even see Mac. I don't know. I don't watch the combine too close. I'm more so a film guy, but I know that those are the three guys that you would be interested in if you were to try to watch linebackers or whatever. But I just look away, then look back at a linebacker, and I just saw somebody looking regular, looking real mediocre, looking real. Okay, cool. So I don't even know if I'm gonna watch film on a lot of linebackers this year. I might do it for the sake of just being thorough with this with this football investigation, man. I might do it for the sake of that, but the linebackers didn't inspire me at all. So so yeah, that's that. That is that. So peep, y'all, this is what we're gonna do. Let me walk to the back real quick and gonna do that. All right, cool. So let's get into some Q&A now. All right, I'm carrying my laptop walking around, man. This ain't even my studio. I'm just hoping that this damn internet holds up to get this show out, because I just wanted to communicate with my people because I'm on my damn birthday vacation. But we're gonna get it in. So Q&A. Hit me in the chat box with your best shot, and I'll talk about it. I'll talk about whatever y'all want to talk about. Whatever questions y'all have, I will answer now. All right, let's see. Voch, what are your thoughts on Ben Benogu? What round do you project him in? So this is the weird thing about ranking a lot of these guys is a lot of these guys I feel like they're going to end up in the same sort of round projection or whatever, right? Um, so it's about 12 first round talents. And that's just me guessing. I haven't even pulled my notepad out and counted. But just off the top of my head, I feel like there are probably 12 or so first round talents. But if you think about second and third round guys or whatever, there are probably about 50, 60, or 70. Let's go round by round. Because in my brain, just me just overlooking everything, right? There are probably about 50 or so second round talents. So that means a lot of second round guys are gonna ooze over to the third round and so forth and so forth and so forth. So Ben Benogu, who he's a solid player. He's not fantastic. I think his teammate is better. My son LJ Collier is a little better. But Ben Benogu is about a fifth or so round pick, like fifth or so. You know what I mean? Like he ran well, but like fifth, right? But what I think is going to happen is going to be so many fourth round talents in the fifth round that he may go later. You know what I mean? That thing might happen. So, shouts out to Ben Benogu though. I also saw somebody say, "How do I feel about Renell Wren?" I like Renell Wren more than a lot of people are talking about him. So, I need to fix that. There are a lot of people not talking about Renell Wren as of now, and he's a top 5 lineman. I think in my rankings. Somebody check my top 10 rankings. Somebody check my top 10 rankings and tell me where I got Renell Wren at. But he's a top guy in my opinion. Like as a tackle, as a defensive tackle, I value him more than guys like Draymond Jones, more than Jerry Tillery, more than Dexter Lawrence. So uh, Renell Wren's probably like a second round pick to me. I would say late second. No, he ain't going no further than like early third. No further than early third. But he's like a mid second to me. That's just my opinion. So Voch, how about those Clemson boys? What about them, motherfucker? Don't come in here with all that mess. CJ East, thank you, sir. So, Renell Wren he was my fifth ranked defensive tackle. So he's top 5. He's top 5 to me. Cody Ford at right tackle fixes our problems with Lael. Man, you know how much weed got to fall out Cody Ford pocket to fall to Dallas? Come on, man. Big Baby, talk to me about Eric McCoy. I feel like he's a day one starter at center. Eric McCoy, center from Texas A&M, Senior Bowl guy. What I really liked about Eric is that he knows the kind of player that he is, and that reminded me of the kind of player that I was when I was playing center. Eric McCoy is not like, I mean, he won't blow you away, you know what I mean? But he knows what he does well. Example, in the Senior Bowl, right? In the one-on-one pass rush drills, right? And this is when I first, started to like figure this thought process out. Everybody in the Senior Bowl, like they'll go through their kicks and they'll punch and they'll read and react, whatever. What I really liked about Eric McCoy is that he refused to play footsies with somebody that was faster than him. Right? He refused to play the whole read and react game with these people. So Eric McCoy just kind of came off the ball and struck him like it was a run block almost. He didn't go upfield, but it wasn't even a quick set. But he just kind of came off the ball and just struck him, which is a very it's not conventional. It's very not conventional, but it gets the job done. It gets the job done, and I thought, okay, this is old. It gets the job done. So I like a very aware football player, and he does what he's supposed to do. He just accomplishes his damn mission. His feet aren't fantastic, his hand placement, whatever. But I know he'll come off the ball, he'll strike you, he'll get hands on you, he'll hang on. So what I like about Eric is I think he'll start for you. I don't think he'll be a fantastic player. I don't think he'll ever be one of the best centers in the league. I don't think he'll break the bank. LJ Collier with the 4.8 and 4.9. I don't think he'll break the bank or anything like that, but Eric McCoy will be a solid starter in the National Football League. I like him, and Andrew Castillo likes Texas A&M players. Salute to you. Would you like Debo to the Cowboys? Debo Samuel from South Carolina. Uh, yeah, sure. I like Debo. Yeah, sure. I like him. I just don't know if the Cowboys would go that direction. I think the Cowboys like longer, lengthy guys. Cole Beasley is the last 6 foot Cowboy receiver. Everybody else got length, right? I just think that's Will's. That's his thing. Like when he's drafting, looking over, evaluating guys. I think he likes long, lengthy players or whatnot. And Debo Samuel's he's a tough guy, kind of sort of a route runner, hands dude, yak guy, angry receiver, type player, but his measurables aren't as top tier as someone else would be. So would I like him? Would I like Debo Samuel to the Cowboys? Sure, yeah. I'm a Debo Samuel fan. Um, will he get there? I don't know. Drake Holiday, happy birthday week. I salute cool ass Drake. Uh, let's see what Nene talking about. I'm saying Nene talking. Do you still think Hunter Renfro goes undrafted after his combine performance? I didn't necessarily see Hunter Renfro. Like I said, I just kind of watched a lot of stuff in passing. I haven't sat down and watched Hunter Renfro. So chat box, tell me how Hunter Renfro did overall in the matter of fact. Hold on, time out. That's what YouTube is for. Give me 30 seconds. We're gonna do this live. I'm gonna look at Hunter Renfro's combine and we're gonna run it, and I'm gonna get back to Nini's question. While we're doing that, Quante asked, "Do I think Christian Wilkins falls to the Colts at 26? And if so, do you take him?" Hunter Renfro combine. What I like about Christian Wilkins to the Colts, and Quante, you can correct me if I'm wrong, but they like to do this goofy ass thing where they like to just have two one techs, right? Some of the goofiest shit I've ever seen in my life. I'm not the biggest fan of just having two one techs, but they like to do it. But when you look at Autry, right? Autry is a gap player, but he can move. And if you look at Christian Wilkins at Clemson, sometimes they put him in A gap. Sometimes I don't know why they do it, but they do it. They put him there. They put him in A gap. So my thoughts are, if Christian Wilkins ended up with the Colts and he had to play 3 tech, he could. If they put him at 1 tech and asked him to get upfield quick, fast, and in a hurry, could he do it? I think he could. So I think Christian Wilkins fits nicely with the Colts, but do I think he'll make it to 26? I don't necessarily think he'll make it to 26. That's my personal opinion, Quan. I hope I answered your question. Mm. Are there any mid to late round offensive tackles you like a lot? Like a lot? And I'm thinking mid to late round, like 4th round through 7th round guys. Tackles? Offensive tackles a lot. Damn. I think the Wisconsin kid, David Edwards, is going to be a late round tackle, but the problem is I don't like him a lot. I don't really like him a lot. I think Bobby Evans is probably going to be a late round tackle. Bobby Evans from Oklahoma. I think he'll be a late round tackle. Problem is I don't like him a lot. So nah, I don't think there's a late offensive tackle that I like a lot. But I like these early offensive tackles a lot. I do like those guys. And Rashawn Gary with his 4.59. I want that dude to play B gap so bad. Do you worry about DK? Oh shit! Do you worry about DK Metcalf staying healthy? I mean, it's a concern. I'm not gonna sit up here and act like it's not a concern. Um, if you look at his game logs, there are a lot of games that DK Metcalf missed. So hold on, let me take a look at Hunter Renfro. 4.59 first 40. What about a second 40? Did they run a second one? I ain't got a second one. Cool. All right. um. So DK Metcalf could get hurt. Right? I mean, he could. He could. not be there. But I mean, I don't know, man. I don't want to wish injury on nobody. But you know, I don't know. He could stay healthy. He could get to one of these NFL programs and they hit him with the Bugs Bunny secret stuff, and he won't get hurt no more. So we'll see. I can't find a good video on Hunter Renfro's combine, so I have to thoroughly go search that thing out. I can find it, but you know, I'll figure it out. Let's see. What team do you think Benny Snell would be a great fit on? Any team that needs a pounding running back. Easy peasy. Easy peasy right there. Uh, Not a fan of Trey Pipkins as a late round tackle. I'm not a fan of the USC kid with the hard ass name as a late round tackle. Nope. Thoughts on Chase Winovich, more productive than Gary at Michigan? Well, I think Gary wasn't. I think Gary's production at Michigan took a hit because I think he was playing out of position. Everybody want to stand on the table for Gary at edge, but put his ass at end. Put his ass at end. Um, Hit me with your questions. I got time, man. I got time. I got a birthday engagement at 6 o'clock. I ain't saying I'm gonna be on this thing till 6, but I did just kind of want to holler at y'all. 1 week, what's happening, man? He say we fighting. I don't know who the hell fighting 1 week. Is Ed Oliver a 3-4 defensive end? No. I don't think Ed Oliver has a lot of position flexibility. I think his best position is a 4-3 B gap player. Because to be a 4-3 defensive end, you would have to come off the ball, punch, read, and two gap. I don't think Ed Oliver does that really well. Voch, you're a Pisces, I guess. Happy birthday, bro. I'm on the 11th. Salute to you, sir. Salute to you, sir. My son Chuma Adoga. That's your son? Okay, yeah, that's his name from USC. I'm sorry that that's your son. I'm sorry. When will your next positional rankings video be? I'll tell you what, man, I was going to do a top 10 on receiver, but receiver is kind of hard to rank, and I feel like I like so many more guys than just 10 of them. So I decided to put the video on hold for the sake of quality, and transparency, and just dropping a good damn video. I was working on doing a top 20 video, a top 20 receiver ranking video. So if you will, just hang tight. I'm on vacation. When I get back from vacation, I want to do a lot of work before the middle of March. I got stuff to do in the middle of March. Mike, thanks for the buck, bro. Salute. But before I go on that second vacation or whatever, I'm gonna drop my top 20 receiver video. Top running backs after this weekend. I don't know yet. A couple positions I haven't thoroughly watched film on yet is running backs, DBs, and linebackers. You know what I'm saying? Everybody else I've watched pretty thoroughly. When I say thoroughly, I mean thoroughly. So I don't want to answer any questions about running backs, and I ain't confident about them. I ain't confident about my ability to explain them to you just yet. But it's coming. Brian Burns or Jakai Polite. Brian Burns has a higher. Brian Burns from Florida State. He has a higher ceiling because of his athletic ability, but he has a lot of D line to learn. He's got so much stuff to learn. Versus Jakai Polite from Florida, which I think he's a fantastic pass rusher, but I think he gets lost in the run game sometimes. And he can develop a little bit of nuance, but explosive player. Pretty good player. If I had to pick one, I would pick Jakai Polite, but they're both second-round players for me. Justice Hill back up for Zeke, possibly. Justice Hill, running back from Oklahoma State. Big 12, man. Well, like Justice Hill had a lot of easy runs, man, because Big 12 defense is pretty trash. So I like Justice Hill, but you know, if we can recreate the holes that he ran through, I'm with it. Darrell Henderson is a must watch at running back, top 5 halfback, I think. Speed. I like Darrell Henderson. I like him. Now, when you watch film at Memphis, And this is where I learned this because I didn't watch them on YouTube. You know, the YouTube they just showed the Darrell Henderson, and then they showed the next Darrell Henderson. I got the all 22 of Memphis, so I actually watched how they ran the football, and they got like three running backs that can play. Tony Pollard is the other guy, and their second guy, number 6. I know Henderson, and his name is Phil something. I think they're number 6 and they're number 8. I think Henderson is 8, so the other guy is 6. Tony Pollard's number 1, and they run all three of those damn guys. So Memphis just. But what I do like about Darrell Henderson is that he lined up at receiver a lot. He caught a lot of passes. He ran a lot. He ran a bunch. Speedy cat. Good balance, runs through guys. He's 5'7". And I know a lot of teams don't like 5'7" running backs, but I think they're stupid. I like 5'7" running backs if 5'7" running backs can play. Um, so we'll see. We'll see. But I really like Tony Pollard. Tony Pollard's more of a receiver than anything. Like Tony Pollard lined up at slot more than he did at running back. So that was interesting. My guy Tristan Hill out of UCF was moving around nice. Yeah, me and Lieutenant Dan actually did a film session on Tristan Hill prior to this combine stuff. Y'all go on Lieutenant Dan's channel and check that out. Lieutenant Dan, if you're still listening, you can go ahead and drop that link in there, famo, if you're still listening. But I was impressed with him. And nobody's really talking about Tristan Hill that much. I'd imagine he made some money today, but he was more talented than a lot of these guys they was trying to push. But Tristan Hill, I think he'll play like 3 tech or something like that. He's another one of these athletic 3 techs. Hakeem Butler or Paris Campbell. You'll have to wait for the video to see. Cleveland or Montez Sweat. We'll see. We'll see. What I do when I break these videos down, I really isolate myself. I get into a lot of deep thought. And I'll put all these guys' names up, right? And I'll just layer them, and I'll layer them. I'll compare number 7 to number 8 and move up and down accordingly. Like, it really takes me a long time to come up with these rankings because I value what y'all think about me. Are you gonna release a big board? Hell no. Player rankings are already hard enough. What linebacker surprised you the most during workouts? None of them. The last chance you do was pretty dope. It's pretty dope. Do you follow Walter football? Nah, but what he talking about? What he talking about? Hello, Tristan Hill to the Cowboys, round 4, please. Coach him up, right? I think 4th round for Tristan Hill is pretty fair. Maybe 5th because I think a lot of 4th round guys are. Boy, Max Crosby looks a mess out there running. I think a lot of 4th in the 4th round. There's going to be a lot of 3rd round guys in there. So that I really think a lot of guys are going to get pushed down this board, man. I really do. And a lot of these players that you like a bunch are going to be 4th round players. And we're going to be looking at we're going to be like, man, what the hell going on? It's a lot of complimentary guys, man. It's really going to push those guys down. Does mock drafts, player profiles, and just general football news? Okay, so I know of Walter football. Okay, I got you, Justin. I know of Walter football. I just try not to follow people because I don't want their opinion of a player to pollute my opinion. And that may sound cocky, so let me fix that. I don't want to have any preconceived notions about a player, but prior to me even watching them. I don't want to stumble across Walter football and they say Joe Jackson is trash, and I go watch Joe Jackson, and now in my mind I'm thinking, hey, Walter football said Joe Jackson is trash. So I'll probably look at their mock drafts later when I'm done, but not right now. What you care if they are white? Just what the hell you talking? What the hell you talking about, Justin? Do I care if the staff of Walter football is white? I don't care about that. I ain't racist. Dan white than a motherfucker. I love Dan. Carolina Pimp, white as hell. I love Carolina Pimp. Cool ass Drake looked like a damn chess player. But that's my guy. That's my dude. Cowboys might draft a defensive end or defensive tackle in the second round. We'll see. Noah Fant or T.J. Hockenson. I think T.J. is a more complete tight end. So, did Isaac not to disappoint during the combine? Wasn't expecting a 4.9. He was a bit slower than I thought, but his tape checks out for me. So I'm good on that. He's talking about someone else in the chat. Oh, he's talking to someone else. Okay, cool. I got you. My bad. My bad. Hey man, it's QnA. I'm reading the chat box. Come on. You can't be putting strange questions like that. I think you're talking to me. My bad. My bad. Go ahead. Do your thing. How far does LJ Humphrey drop after his combine? LJ Humphrey. LJ Humphrey. LJ Humphrey. Who the hell is LJ Humphrey? There's a lot of names. My bad. Pardon me. Who is LJ Humphrey? I'm still studying. It's March. LJ Humphrey. I didn't even see his combine. I don't know. Let me Google LJ Humphrey. LJ. See how transparent I am with y'all? If I don't know, if I don't know some damn about it, I just don't know. Oh, Lil Jordan. Lil Jordan. Okay. Look, fam. Listen, fam. I hated that too when I was watching the damn film. When I was watching Texas film. Look, when I was watching Texas film and they was calling him LJ, I was really upset because I wanted to hear the commentators call him Lil Jordan. Like, I really wanted to hear those guys say Lil Jordan, damn Humphrey. But they called him LJ. I hated it. Okay, I know who the hell Lil Jordan Humphrey. Look, I had no freaking idea who the hell LJ Humphrey. I'm like, LJ Collier? Okay, Lil Jordan. My bad. Okay. But y'all see how transparent I am. If I don't know shit, I'm not gonna lie to you. Okay, cool. Lil Jordan Humphrey. Yeah. I mean, look, he wasn't always like super athlete to me. He's a big body slot receiver. You know what I mean? And I don't even know if he's gonna play slot on the next level. But no, I don't think it's I don't think he lost very much stock at all. I just think we just got a lot of confirmation about it. We just kind of sort of quasi. I ain't see LJ Humphrey blazing people. I didn't see him as he can run routes a little bit for a big guy. I'll give him that. But nah, man. I think Lil Jordan will be fine. I think Lil Jordan will be fine. Tyler Ward. It's March. Bruh, the draft is next month. But hey, bro, I tell you, I learned so much in such a short amount of time. And I think that's how I learn players effectively. I just think I just get this shit. You know what I mean? I just get it. I just have an understanding for it. So, it may take a lot of people. It may take some guys like, oh, I got to start in July to really figure these players out. Nah, man, I started in. I mean, I was doing film sessions, during the season, but I really started in January, and I play a mean-ass game of catch-up, bro. So, spicy ketchup from Whataburger is the shit, by the way. You were right about Noah Speed. That guy will blow past corners, linebackers, and safeties. Good luck, man. Good luck with those damn players. Man, these guys. No, Noah's really going to be a matchup problem, man. And I really liked what. And this is from a Cowboys perspective, right? Because Jason Witten's old ass making $5 million, right? I think a good way to use Jason Witten is to play high-low ball with our tight ends. Like, we can play 2 tight end sets and just play high-low ball with them. And not to say TJ can't run, but Iowa did a bunch of that, to where TJ would he'll run to the flats, or he'll run a hitch. Let me clear this up because TJ can run verticals. He can run flats. He can run deep posts. I'm just saying, sometimes when I watched him, he did only run some shorter routes just for Noah Fant to go over the top of him. And what happened a bunch is the defense would react to Noah Fant. The safety would go with him. The Mike would play with a little bit of depth. And TJ would be down. He'll be wide open down bottom. If you watch film on TJ Hockenson, a lot of the times he gets open because the defense is panicking about Noah coming over the top of him, right? So I think the Cowboys could do a lot of that with Jason and whoever the hell else is going to be playing tight end for us, play high guy, low guy. And when I went back to watch film of Kellen Moore and Boise State did a lot of that too. They played multiple tight ends and they played a lot of high guy, low guy. So. La da 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 da. Thoughts on Jeffrey Simmons? How would he test if he didn't get hurt? Jeffrey Simmons would be big as hell, moving faster than a lot of people. He'll be in his athletic bag. He'll be in his quick change of direction bag. Jeffrey Simmons will be fine. I believe Jeffrey Simmons will be good to go if he had the nod to play in the combine. He just didn't have the nod to play in the combine or to work out the combine. In-N-Out or Whataburger? In-N-Out's nasty to me. I don't like In-N-Out. In-N-Out is like a big-ass White Castle burger, and I'm not a fan of White Castle burgers. Whataburger patty melts, man. Whataburger patty melt, no onion, add jalapeno, bro. Come on, dog. The hell out of here. The hell out of here, bro. The honey barbecue chicken strip sandwich. Come on, my guy. Get out of here. Get away from me. Come on, my guy. Come on, my guy. Let's do this for like 5 more minutes, and we'll get up out of here. Can you do more film sessions with Lieutenant Dan? It's the problem with doing film sessions with Lieutenant Dan is that I want to do 10 gajillion film sessions, but I can't. And I really need to focus, right? I really need to focus. So I will do film sessions with Lieutenant Dan, but we have so much fucking fun when we do film sessions, right? And when I do my draft coverage with Dan, I want to be right as much as possible. But a lot of times when I end up watching film with Dan, I end up roasting people and I end up missing shit, right? So the majority of my study is I need to do film sessions for me to teach, to really grasp the concept of these players. And when I do film with Lieutenant Dan, that's when I go have fun. So we've recorded 2 of them. We did Tristan Hill and we did Gary Bradbury Part 1. Will we do another one before the combine? Sure. It's possible. We'll possibly get one done. But me and Lieutenant Dan always end up roasting guys. We always end up overreacting. We always end up screaming, making jokes about stuff. And I miss shit. I tell Dan all the time. I'm like, let me study and we'll get back to it. It's almost 6 o'clock. It's about to be 6 o'clock Eastern. But I'm in Mississippi right now. And I'm in Mississippi right now. And I got another hour until 6. So we good to go there. Let me see if Lieutenant Dan hopped in this chat box talking shit to me, because I know he do. Do you think Isabella is a second day player with a 4.31? I'm scared of DK Metcalf. Let me tell you something. A lot of people are fans of Andy Isabella. They're gonna be surprised when he start falling, because it's a lot of damn players and it's a lot of wide receivers in this draft, man. It's so many wide receivers in this draft, and I know we get caught up on these guys that we like a lot. But think about how many wide receivers there are, man. I don't think, bro. Like I'm hard pressed to say that there's a guaranteed first round receiver in this draft. I'm very hard pressed to say that. Let alone to say I think Andy Isabella, who may or may not be top 10 to me, he may be like a top 20 guy. He may be top 25 somewhere. And I ain't to say he's trash. It's just a lot of receivers this year. So when Andy, nah, man. And I don't want to get on soapboxes and be like, Andy Isabella is not a second round player. I don't want to say that. I'm not gonna say that shit. But in my opinion, that's my personal opinion. I don't think Andy Isabella is gonna be a second round player because I think guys like Kevin Harmon are gonna be there. I think guys like Hakeem Butler is gonna be there from Iowa State. Why the hell Hakeem Butler play school at Iowa State? Yeah. Guys like N'Keal Harry is going to be there in the second round. There's going to be better players in the second round than Andy Isabella. So I don't see Andy being a second round player. No. Kelvin Harmon, sure. Harmon's going to be, yeah, Harmon's a second round player. Yeah. I just don't think Andy's going to be a second round guy. I like Penny Hart, but he ain't a second round guy neither. Penny Hart's like a late third, fourth round guy. Penny Hart's fantastic. Also, we do have a great time doing vids, and there will be more to come. Absolutely, Lieutenant Dan. Let him know. Let him know we were saying that. We got some Illuminati things that we doing in terms of actual draft coverage, so y'all stay tight for that. I do think me and Lieutenant Dan have a fantastic chemistry. And we're gonna have to work some bugs out this is gonna be our first time in a broadcast booth. We'll explain to you later, but hey man, if I'm Tony Romo and he's the fucking guy that Tony Romo records with, then we'll be fine. You heard that, Dan? I'm the Romo of this shit. Miles Sanders, N'Keal Harry, what you mean? Bosa or Allen, better pass rusher? I think Joey Bosa is a year better as a pass rusher than Josh Allen. Let me explain some shit about Josh Allen as a pass rusher. In my Facebook group, Lombardi's Draft Talk, and I also did this on Twitter. I dropped a question, and I wanted to ask people. I say, as a pass rusher, purely as a pass rusher, I want you to rank these collegiate players because I know sometimes we get tied into what they're doing on the pro level that we forget our assessments of them in college. And I was like, I want you to rank who I say. I say Josh Allen. I was like Bradley Chubb. I was like Derek Barnett. I might have said Myles Garrett or something like that. And I said, what's my man's name? My son from last year that went to Tennessee and broke my heart. Pass rusher, Harold Landry, right? I was like, rank these 5 pass rushers based on only pass rush and your college assessment of them, right? And when you look at it, Josh Allen was on some of the lower parts of the list. And like a lot of people were saying, like he would either be ranked 4th or 5th. A lot of people were saying that he was a better pass rusher than Harold Landry. They were like tired for switching out 4 and 5, and y'all had me effed up. But Josh Allen is a good pass rusher, but he's not elite as a pass rusher. He's a top player in this draft. That doesn't mean he's an elite pass rusher. I think Nick Bosa is an elite pass rusher, right? But Josh Allen is not. Josh Allen got a lot to learn about being a pass rusher. He just happens to be in a class with the lack of elite players. So I just want y'all to keep that in mind as well when I don't mind being Al Michaels. Hey, Al Michaels. There you go. Thank you. Al Michaels. That's what I was saying. That's his name. Gotcha. Cool. Al Michaels. Cool. Joe Buck trash. What do you think about Burns? Brian Burns from Florida State. He's an athlete, but he got a lot of defensive line to learn. He got a lot of edge player to learn. A lot of pass rush, a lot of defending himself from offensive linemen to learn. But he does have a high ceiling with his athletic ability and his flashes of bend. Voch, do you think Oliver would not be as good as advertised since he did not do most of the drill? Nah. I don't have a problem with that, man. I don't I think Ed Oliver will be as good as we think he is. I'm not really tripping about his combine workout. Like I say, film rules over everything, you know. And I learned everything I need to know about Ed Oliver based on his film. So I didn't need the combine to I didn't need the combine to I haven't seen the combine. I don't watch the combine to learn about guys. I just use the combine to reaffirm like information, just to whatever information I thought, whatever thoughts I had, I just used the combine to redo that. And I don't know. I thought Ed Oliver was gonna run faster than everybody today, but he didn't. So we gotta take a look at that. However, Rashawn Gary came out there with his athletic ass whooping ass, so we were right about that. So maybe that's something we gotta look at about Ed Oliver. Like, did he work hard for the combine? Did he exhaust all possibilities in terms of like his training or whatever, right? And that goes back to intangible stuff. So I mean, I don't want to overthink it. I really don't want to overthink it, but it depends. Depends on what you think. 3 more questions. Let's see if we can get a good one. Mm, 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 Who expect Tyreek Jackson to run so fast? I won't count that as a top 3 question, but I expect Tyreek Jackson to run that fast. Tyreek's a long-legged guy, and these long-legged guys got like strides or whatever. So, like, if Tyreek Jackson was like 6'1", he'll be a little slower. Like, he ain't got like a speed in a way that like a pure ass. If I was short speed, like if Paris Campbell was like taller, good luck. If he had a long stride and could cover like a lot more space, good luck. That's another, like, Hakeem Butler's fast in that way. He's 5'6" with long ass legs. He covers a lot of space. Top 5 quarterbacks in this draft. That'll be a video. It ain't but 5 of them. So, look, top 5 quarterbacks in this draft. Kyler Murray, he's up there somewhere. Dwayne Haskins up there somewhere. Drew Lock, Daniel Jones. I do think the 5th spot is up for discussion. So I'll say that for a video. Voch Oliver just added Sonny D water weight to impress NFL scouts. Yeah, man, him and Kyler Murray drunk a gallon of water before they got on the scale. They're not gonna play it that weight. You know that. You already know that, Lieutenant Dan. Mike Wilson, how you feel about him? I feel like he's a pretty good linebacker. He just needs to work on his mental processing. He needs to read his keys a little better. Sometimes he goes out there and guesses. There's something funny too. My audience, dog, I don't understand the concept of my audience, just my guys in general. I make a video about Devin White, and I talk about his instincts. And I say, I think he should play Sam linebacker. I don't think his instincts are up to par. I don't think he reads his keys very well. Like a lot of things go past him. And people look at me like, oh, Voch, you're hating on Devin White again. Oh, Voch, you don't know nothing about linebackers. He's not da. Then Brett Coleman comes out and make a video, say the same thing about Devin White, and Brett Coleman's a genius. I don't get it. I don't get it. Not hating on Brett Coleman. Salute to the guy. I got my own fan base I got to worry about, but yeah, that's crazy. That's interesting. Who you look forward to watching tomorrow's and DBs? I might not even watch DBs tomorrow. I want to watch DB. I just don't know what I'm going to be doing. Like, I call y'all combine nerds for a reason, or I call combine nerds for a reason. You know what I mean? I don't really lose my mind over it. But all the DBs. I mean, I like football, so I want to see all the DBs. I want to see them do well. I want to see, if anything, I want to see guys change of direction. Like DB field drills in the combine, I think, are some of the most practical because they make DBs change direction. Like, they make DBs change direction. They make them in a very game-like scenario. You know how they put these D linemen in these flip your hip drills, run, come back, catch the ball. I don't think that's practical for a lot of D linemen. But these DBs, like these coaches, how they make them flip their hips, how they put them in uncomfortable situations and make them, and they make them turn and run or whatever, right? Like I really like that. A lot of these cornerbacks get in these systems to where they only have to turn in one direction. They don't switch sides of the field because they're not comfortable changing directions. We're gonna learn a lot about these guys, man. We're gonna learn why Greedy Williams only played one side of the field the whole game versus Texas A&M, and that one wide receiver was kicking their ass all down the right side, but in the fifth or fourth overtime they moved Greedy over to him. I want to know the reasoning behind questions like that. You know what I'm saying? But that's just my thoughts, man. Just my thoughts. Anyway, this was an impromptu live stream. I wasn't gonna do it. I'm on vacation, but I guess I like y'all a little bit. I guess so. So I got work in an hour and 11 minutes of work in for y'all. Talking draft, doing live stream. Whatever. I turned 27 today. Appreciate y'all for your birthday wishes. I thank y'all for holding it down. Let me scroll down and check out my super chats. My birthday super chats. Mike dropped $1. Appreciate you, bro. Justin dropped 5. Edgar dropped 5. Salute to you. Adrian dropped 5. A lot of linebackers look like defensive ends. Yeah, a lot of them are. And Uncle David Alexander came in and dropped 50 before he left. So I appreciate all y'all, man. All y'all super chats, everybody that comes through, everybody that likes the videos, everybody that's subbed and notification squads and all that. So y'all come quick and support me whenever I need y'all. I appreciate y'all, man. So yeah, no chance you're 27. I was born March 3rd, 1992, man. It's on all my paperwork, so I appreciate y'all, man. With that being said, man, hey, y'all hold it down for the Doski Woski. The Peasky Whiskey costs you nothing. It's free. Don't forget about my merch, too, man. Let me hit OBS. And hold on. Don't go nowhere. Hold on. Hey, man, look. If you got a fetish for linebacker film, if you just got a fetish for it, right? Or if you like me, you got a fetish for offensive line. Boy, if offensive line film is pouring to you, oh boy, go to the link in my description, man. Get you some merch, man. You know what I'm talking about? Metal Gear Solid. You know what I mean? Separate yourself from everybody else. Speed, strength, ass whoop. That's there. If you're better than a casual fan that just watches the game, you watch film. Express yourself with the I watch film tee. Hey man, all that's on the website. All that is in my shop, man. So y'all go check that out. I appreciate y'all, man. The Peasky Whiskey is free, but these shirts ain't. So, hey man, that's dope. Hold down for the Doski Woski. The Peasky Whiskey is free, but my shirts are not. That's dope. All right, y'all. Peace. Salute. Gone. Bow.